We've been together for 10 years, 7 of them married. When we started dating, I was living in another state. And at that time, I knew perfectly well that John, a young, temperamental guy, would find it difficult to live like that. The solution was an open relationship. This agreement is still in effect for our couple now. We can be with other people, but with 2 conditions. It must be safe, no diseases, and no relationship. Family is sacred. From a free relationship, we came to swinging. It started banal. We seduced my best friend. I was the initiator to try something new. I suggested to my husband, and he was so confused I slammed, shy, mumbled something like, "Well, I do not even know. Well, I do not even know." But I knew. We decided we'd give it a try. Invited my friend, a nice evening, talking, wine, and it worked out great. We all loved it. My husband, in general, then walked around proud as a lion for a long time. That's how we became swingers. And it doesn't mean that John and I have something not working out in our personal lives. We're doing great. But you can always do better, juicier. Swinging for us is new emotions, sensations, feelings. The most memorable meeting we had was with a very young Armenian couple. They are both very bright, interesting, temperamental. We met in a social network, as it often happens. And we decided to combine the pleasant with the pleasant. And we went on vacation to Armenia. The guys organized several unforgettable sightseeing tours around the country. And here we, who thought that we were very savvy and had tried a lot of things, were in for another surprise. The girl was pregnant. It was something incredible and delightful. You won't believe how cool it all was. Nature, mountains, waterfalls, Armenian cuisine. On one of the excursions, they took us somewhere very high up in the mountains, and there was a lake with crystal clear water. And not a single living soul around. We pitched a tent, grilled kebabs, bathed in the lake, and constantly made love together. On the 3rd day, a local shepherd named Surin joined us. Like all natives of these places, he was not tall, not more than 1.60 meters, but looking at his flexible body and hard as a stone muscles, no one would believe that he was already over 60. Add to that a beard and thick vegetation covering his whole body, and you get the full look of this mountain satyr. He brought us a carcass of a young lamb, which we immediately roasted, and a canister of local wine. Anyway, well, how could we not invite such a wonderful man to join us? My husband at first was not very happy about it. He is sometimes a bit of a snob, but when I promised him another girlfriend upon arrival, he put all doubts aside. In short, such a vacation is not forgotten. And we are now waiting for our friends to come to us with a return visit. And the coolest thing happens when people from ordinary life meet at a swinging party. And it happens more often than you might think. We met a couple of our acquaintances once. Of course, everyone's first reaction is different. The funniest one was when John was having fun with some girls and I went to the bar. When I came back, the companion of one of them had already joined them. I looked closely and I saw something familiar. And then he turns around. Like in a movie, we meet eyes and both our jaws drop. It's my former boss. "Hello, Mr. Barzoon." As soon as he saw me, he immediately fussed, grabbed the girl with whom he had come, and sideways, disappeared unnoticed. I wanted to catch up, to ask him how his wife was, to say hello to her, but I changed my mind. It's not quite right, of course, but on the other hand, his wife, when I last saw her 5 years ago, probably weighed 100 kilograms, and that's with a height of 160. In general, perhaps, it's better to live the way we live than to hide, constantly deceive their spouses. The second equally funny incident was when we met our son's first teacher at a party. She was there with her young husband, the gym teacher. They were both quite taken aback at first. Clearly, they did not want to meet anyone but the parents of their students. However, my husband and I decided that such an opportunity should not be missed, especially since they are both young, handsome guys. We took them aside, sat, chatted, and had a few drinks. They told us that it was one of their first outings of this kind, and they were naturally a bit nervous. We helped them to calm down and loosen up. And John afterwards, at face value, appreciated and revealed the depth of her pedagogical talent. But on the contrary, I did not like her husband, a mountain of muscles and no imagination. In a word, thinking weight. We're not perverts or crazy people. I'm also a wife, mom of 2, work freelance, do house cleaning every day, do laundry, iron things for the kids and shirts for my husband, cook. This year I made compote, zucchini, jam, 2 jars of which my husband has already eaten. John, the head of the production department in one organization, in the mornings takes the children to kindergarten, works. We are average middle-class people. And we meet people of different ages, physical data, and nationalities. Their professions are also different. Factory workers, construction workers, drivers, teachers, policemen, and soldiers. Therefore, we are not agitating anyone for anything. We just wish families to love each other more often, longer, and better.